Hi, this video is going to wrap up everything that we have been discussing in the previous episodes related to leadership styles, and it will focus on deciding between those different leadership styles. So, for me to be a successful principal, shall I deploy the pace setting leadership style, visionary, strategic, autocratic? How can I know which one is the most suitable, taking into consideration the learning environment, the work environment, students' demographics, all of those things? So, the first thing that we will be looking at will be related to the instinctive leadership style. Leaders need good instincts, and many leaders focus on their own experiences and habits as they develop a leadership style. As you start your path toward leadership, you may want to start keeping notes. Keeping notes about the things that you are experiencing for the first time, situations that you have resolved, but still you're skeptical whether your decision was the right one or not, specific factors that contributed to the situation, the resolution of those issues, and stuff like that. Writing down how you would handle specific situations will allow you to think in a better way when you are facing this situation for the second time, or it might allow you to coach and guide other people next to you. Let's be very clear about one thing. A school is not about the person running the school. A school, it's not about the leader. It's about the culture and the community. So regardless how strong a principal could be, if this principal is unable to create leaders who would take similar, if not the same decision for the situations, same as he will do, then there will be discrepancy. Each one will be speaking his own language, and each one will be directing in a different way. And here we go back to having systems in place, to having an organizational structure which guides everyone. That's why we say policies, procedures, and strategic plans are the most crucial thing for a school. The policy will outline the frame, the procedure will guide people exactly on the path that they will take for every single practice. And when infractions are there or special situations, what are the boundaries that they can move within in order to ensure consistency? Talking about the instinctive leadership style, this approach can help you be a confident and capable leader. But if you notice some interactions aren't going the way you expect, you may want to reconsider your approach. So, yes, by instinct, this is how I will be resolving the issue, for example, of data triangulation. As a mathematician, I know that I need to compare external, internal, check against CAT4. If I have other cognitive ability tests, then I will mark there, and then I will have a holistic idea about the student. But there might be other possibilities that I can consider, such as his starting point, his portfolio, the specific areas of strength that he has, which can guide me to his talents and his areas of uniqueness as an individual, other than the marks and the numbers. So it's not wrong sometimes to reflect, even if we know that by instinct this is how I will act, but still I'm going to consider other ways. Your instincts and habits definitely as a leader will always impact the school community and your organization. But if you find yourself in situations that you are not sure how to respond to, you may want to look at other leadership styles. Yes, by instinct, we know how to solve, but we need the pace-setting leadership style sometimes. We need the visionary. We need the autocratic. We need those systems or those styles to be in specific kind of situations, situational leadership styles. It's very important sometimes to talk about it or to follow its path if we are aiming to change a certain community, to motivate people around us, to look into the well-being rather than only key indicators that we want to achieve and we want to move on with that. For example, if we are talking about a member of your organization who is shy, you know he's very strong, but you will never hear an opinion from him in public as a team member. Taking him away, talking to him about his issues, trying to understand how he will think and he will act is very important, because when we are talking about our instinct, then we lead, but we need other people also to understand how we think in order for them to lead as well. So leading a team out of many different situations will allow us to nurture, support, and definitely to inspire. When talking about the instinctive leadership style, we need to understand that it may take some time and effort for this leader to make everyone believe in him, believe in his vision, believe in his instinct. So the first step is seeing the power that is coming from within that leader in action, through decisions, through supporting others, through guiding them, mentoring them, coaching them. So if we're talking now about other kind of styles that we can look into, one of them could be the attitude that we can work within based on the updates coming, not from within the organization, but also from outside. And the big question that we can ask ourselves right now, when do I need to have a change of leadership style? Can I change my leadership style? The big answer definitely is yes. Yes, you can change or expand your leadership style. True, it may take some time and effort, but anyone can make changes that can improve their leadership. Let me talk about my humble experience. As a mathematician, I am driven by data. For me, numbers will only provide the true image. I am a goal-oriented person in the sense of I put goals, write strategic plans, and then I am focused on my results and my targets, and I try to guide, support, uplift everyone. And this is the only way I used to work from before. But then I reached a position where I felt no, being only data driven, it is not going to help the whole school community to excel. Yes, the community improved. Yes, we have achieved targets and goals, but we need sustainability of improvement. We need all to be on the same page. We need to listen to each other. After achieving the basics, now you have all the privileges of being unique, allowing innovation to come, allowing creativity of people, listening to others. That's when I started looking into the transformational leadership style in a way that, okay, yes, data is important, goals are definitely a necessity, but other things should be taken into consideration. Then I started looking into the coach leadership style. Then I started expanding my dimensions into looking into the visionary leadership style. And after so many years, I came to one conclusion. Like what we say to teachers, one size does not fit all. In teaching, also in leadership, one style does not suit the organization or your work path all the time. So the first step for you to change or to believe that there need to be a change in your leadership style is to understand the need for that change. Why do I need to change as a leader? Next, you need to prepare yourself for that change. I cannot be doing something that I'm not 100% convinced that it is the right thing. Otherwise, people will look at me being shaken and they will lose confidence. If the leader is not truthfully believing in his vision, his style, his attitude of work, then people around him will not be working with this strong faith that, yes, we're doing it in the right manner. Remember, the way you act will affect everyone, whether you can see it or not. It affects the way they think, they feel, and they act. So, for example, if we're talking about a leadership style that was successful with your team for a certain period of time, and then you have conducted the end of year evaluation, and you discovered from the survey that the team members, they feel they're burned out. They're working under stress. Yes, they're achieving, targets are met, but they're not happy. The turnover is becoming very high. Teachers do not want to stay in the same place. So definitely, some aspects needs to be taken into consideration. Otherwise, the long-term sustainability of the organization will be at risk. So, for us now to think about how the change will happen, we need to ask ourselves as leaders, as principals, key questions. And here, I'm going to go into this question, which I consider it to be a key. So the question is how to choose the right leadership style for you. There are many different ways that you can find the right leadership style for you. Because of this, it can be tough to know where to begin. If you're not sure what leadership styles will work for you, these steps can help you. Number one, get to know yourself. Different personalities need unique paths to self-discovery. For some, it's a process of taking risks and trying new things. For others, quiet time and listing strengths and weaknesses is needed. Another path to learning about yourself is through physical activities and spending time with other people. However you go about it, getting to know yourself is an important first step toward being a leader. The second point, outline your values and challenges. As you get to know yourself, the process may help you better understand what's important to you and where you struggle. Being a leader often means working at a fast pace and making decisions quickly. In these situations, it's helpful to have your values mapped out. As you write out your values, look at pivotal moments in your life to date. Then look for trends, people you're drawn to, and common themes. You might have a long list, so you'll want to make group similar ideas. These outline can help you see how you react, your strengths and weaknesses, and the base for your core values. Number three, watch leaders you respect. This was something that helped me a lot at the beginning of my leadership journey. And I highly recommend that you try to explore yourself through others. Observing leaders you respect can help you with leadership styles. As you watch these leaders in meetings, conversations, presentations, you might discover how your approach could be in line with what you're seeing, or it could be enhanced by what you are seeing. Another approach is to view their actions with a specific leadership style in mind. Oh, I do believe I am deviated towards the situational leadership style, which we spoke about in one of the videos on this channel. So let me evaluate what they did, what those leaders did, versus what I believe suits my personality as a style. And here you can start drawing the similarities and differences. The fourth one, try different leadership styles. And this takes us back to what we were discussing in the previous slide, which is about evaluating the situation of the school or the institution at a specific period in time. When there is an accreditation visit, it has to be strategic. When it is running the school throughout the year, I can adopt A, B, C style, whatever. So another way to decide if a leadership style is right for you is to try it out. You might want to create an outline of each leadership style that interests you based on what you believe. And we have discussed in 11 different videos the 11 different leadership styles. So watch each one and try to ask yourself one question. Is this me? Does that reflect my personality? Will that help me shine as a leader? Will that satisfy my ambition in my journey for excellence as an educator? Then review your notes and try to build on it. And something that might be out of the box if we talk about it, try to create your own style with components from all over the styles and say, this is me. This is my identity. Yet you need to keep in mind that you need to hook that with other styles, that with the styles that we have discussed in the previous videos. Number 5, find a business coach or mentor. Can we do it on our own? No. Can we take decisions all the time without having a reference person whom we trust, who was our role model, who guided us through it, who inspired us to go through that? I don't believe so. So you can hone your leadership style by working with business coach. There are a few places to start your business coach research, but I do believe that with the facilities we get from the social media platforms and the professional platforms, this is not an issue anymore. Simply from behind the PC, you can be connected with the whole world, and you can reach out for top names whom you have heard about in order to inquire, seek support, share ideas, maybe do brainstorming, or even attend their TED Talks or their videos or their live streams in order to see how they talk, how they act, what are their beliefs, what are their philosophies. So it's very important for us to have someone whom we trust. So hearing the other point of view will give us maybe another testament that good, you're in the right direction, keep it up. The sixth one is about asking colleagues and leaders for feedback. Personally, I believe that getting feedback from every single stakeholder in the school is a must practice. It's not an optional practice. We do put the structure in place as leaders. We do set the pace, procedures. But who said that what we have attested yesterday is good for today and will be good for tomorrow? At the end of the day, the stakeholders are the end users. So their opinion matters. And the big question that I will ask at this point, who said that they do not have great ideas? Who said only the right idea will come from the leader? Everyone can contribute as long as we coach people of how to give the kind of feedback that will take the school further. Sometimes we do brainstorming meetings, hours of conversations, and we walk away with nothing because people are either they are off topic, or they are not realistic in their feedback, or they couldn't tie it up to the purpose, mission, and vision of the school, or they didn't evaluate all the needed circumstances that will make this feedback suitable for the situation. So doing this practice at the school is very important, but training the people about participating in this practice and giving the right feedback is the starting point. So another way that your team can help you find your best leadership style is by asking them for feedback. It's smart to take some time with this strategy. Before you reach out, plan what you want to ask, and all the time justify it by providing the rationale so they know why. Why you want to know how time effective is the procedure. Why do you want to know the efficiency of a certain practice? When you tell them why you want to know, you will be able to guide them to provide you with the valuable feedback that you are looking for. Think about how each team member might respond and set clear guidelines and expectations. When your colleagues are ready to share their thoughts with you, make a point to listen very carefully. Do not ask if you don't want to listen. Do not ask if you will listen to 1 out of the 10 present with you in the room. Do not ask if you have your own agenda. We are smart and we should not underestimate the intelligence of others, especially when we are in an educational institution. So these situations can be emotionally charged. So you might want to take notes so that you can sit with the feedback before responding. If you decide to share your action plan, for instance, with your colleagues, be sure to commit and follow up. This process can build trust and engage your team, but it can also create issues if you do not make good on your intentions. And here I will ask a question. Upon the first year of running a school, most leaders, they do a phenomenal job. We can see the change, improvement, people are buying into it. Governing board are very happy because the leader, the principal, is setting his direction. He's putting those strategies, goals, targets, guiding everyone, putting systems in place. The challenge is in maintaining this challenge, this success in the coming years? And why do we see a change of performance over years? And we don't see the sustainability of this success for one simple reason. The leader did not keep his promises. The leader did not maintain the same level of trust with his school community. Let's take some examples. A principal arrives, a vision is in place, promises to parents. Upon the first practice, he didn't fulfill his commitment. So what will happen? Parents are frustrated. Second commitment, he didn't fulfill it. Parents are more frustrated. Then it would be the big issue, and it will require a lot of things in order to fix. Another example. Every year, every school aims to create a strategic action plan. What will happen after this action plan is done? Or during creating this action plan, all team members are there, everyone is putting the ideas, writing with passion, science departments want to do this, the math department will want to do this, the library, assessment team, curriculum team, everyone is very enthusiastic about it. Phenomenal strategic plan is in place. Everyone is aiming towards improving the practices. People started working. People are sweating, extending their hours, investing a lot of time and effort. Upon the first success, the leader did not celebrate it. Upon the second success, the leader did not celebrate it. So people will ask themselves, why should I continue to do it when he's not following up to celebrate the successes and to redirect us when we are not doing what is needed? And right there, the school will be in a chaotic situation. Two key factors all the time for a leader to succeed: follow-up and feedback. The seventh one, which is completing a leadership style assessment. Assessment and style, how does it work? Leadership assessments are useful tools for leaders both as individuals and to assess their teams. If we look at the available kind of assessments, you will find a lot. If you Google it or if you search over the net, some of those assessments will be taking into consideration the individualized characteristics of you, or the instinctive strategies that you will take as a leader, or they will look into the opportunities that might exist for you to develop as a leader. So, as we say, we need to assess the students to create specific learning plans, to measure their progress, to identify their needs. We as leaders, we have to know where we stand against the benchmark. Our success is not only related to the success of the institution, because you are not the only one who is creating this change and who is really behind the success. It's the team, it's the board, it's the owners, it's the parents, students, so many factors. And when the school will fail also, it is not the leader only, it's everyone. It's the system, it's the practices, it is the bylaw manual. It's everybody's responsibility, because it is not a personal success, it's an institution, company. So when we want to talk about maintaining our wellness as leaders, because so many leaders gets burned out, so much is required. Around the clock, every minute carries a challenge. So going into those type of leadership assessments will allow you to unpack yourself, to discover yourself at all levels, at the personal level, professional level, and from there, you will be able to have very specific, strategic targets that you want to put to yourself to say, yes, I am this type of leader, and this suits my personality. And this will make me feel achieved after a certain period of time rather than become burned out.